Hey there, comic book friends! No singing, just comics today. No singing, just comics. New comic books for me, new comic book day for August 3rd, 2016. 24 issues today. I think what's happening is it's not so much, it's like the DC Rebirth stuff. I think it's the fact is that most of my indie books are landing in 2 weeks. This week and I think, 2 weeks prior, I think, because it seems to be when most of the stuff is coming out. I have to maybe check that out. I'm going to start mapping that stuff. Let's see, what do we got here? Stray Bullets, issue number 17. Always amazing pants. I'll be curious to see what's going on here because you got somebody with a ring on the cover and whatnot. And usually the covers are pretty good at forecasting what's going on inside. So nothing but awesome from Stray Bullets. Always highly recommended. On issue number 1 that I'm really looking forward to reading, Animosity. This is a Marguerite Bennett book. Basically what happens is animals gain sentience or the ability to speak to us, all kinds of chaos then ensues. Killer whales confess their loves to their trainers. Pandas commit mass suicide because they really feel like they should have died off a long time ago, and we just begrudgingly keep them alive. All kinds of stuff like that's happening. And the basic of the story is you have this dog who is in love with his girl, and but he is getting old in age, and he feels like he needs to get his girl to some other family members before he dies. Because, of course, when this whole animal thing happens, it throws the entire world into chaos. There are wars. There's all kinds of craziness going on. And so it's a survival story about a dog and his girl kind of thing. Sounds like. Looks like it may be cool. I think it's like 5 issues, I think is what it's supposed to be. Aquaman, number 4. Then we got him in shackles. This is yet another Brad Walker cover, but Brad Walker's not doing the interiors. I really thought he was going to do more of the interiors. But anyway, so we'll see what happens with him being cuffed up. What is going to ensue of the story? Somewhat interesting. Don't know that I'm really interested with that book. Oh, issue number 4 of Batman. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this point. This version of Batman hasn't been really enthralling me. I'm curious to see what happens. They introduced a villain at the end of the last issue that I'm a super big fan of, so I'm curious to see how that all plays in the Batman story. So looking forward from that aspect to see what is going on. Giving that a longer leash, I guess, because Tom King is writing it. And it's Batman. Who am I kidding? I'll probably collect it unless it just gets horrible. Not horrible. It's just not, gripping at this point. Black Science, issue number 23. Always a great story. Always enjoying it. Curious to see what happens next with Grant as he's trying to gather up his family and get his family fixed so then he can go about fixing the universe that he has kind of helped pretty much destroy. So this is Discipline issue number 6. I believe this is the final issue of this arc of this book that really I don't know hardly anybody who's actually enjoying it. I really love the art. The story is just weird, and it kind of it verges on some 50 Shades of Grey S&M-ish kind of thing, which kind of, in my opinion, that version of the S&M is poorly represented, and so sometimes this has that same sort of element, so it's kind of dicey as far as that goes. But like I said, I love the art. Has some interesting characters in it. The story itself, though, is just the side of a train wreck. Issue of Green Arrow, issue number 4. I've been really enjoying this book. It's been very fast-paced and very interesting. And all of that. This Percy and Ferrara doing the interiors. Definitely excited about this book to see where it goes. It has been a very quick and very entertaining read so far. Doctor Strange, issue number 10. This is the final of the Last Days of Magic, finally. Actually looking forward to that. Yay! It being done, because I'm looking forward to seeing what else they're going to tell. Because the whole Last Days of Magic did end up not being nearly as intriguing and interesting as what I thought it might have been. So, looking forward to that. Green Lanterns, issue number 4. Looks like Jessica's gotten over her rage issues. Yeah, we'll see what goes on with the story. Not a top book for me, but I am kind of curious in these two characters, so I'm curious to see how they can pan it out for me. And I am once again back with Harlequin, issue number 1. Love that cover. Man, the comic covers are awesome anyway. So I'm curious to see what they do. I'm assuming they're not going to change anything about the character really a whole lot, because the book has been extremely popular, so why would you fix something that's not broken, right? So yeah, we'll see. I'm going to read it for a while because it's part of the bundle deals, and we'll see what it's like, right? Read it for a little while, the first run of it. It just didn't hold me, because I like the goofy Harley less than the kind of the Harley that has a serious tone to her. So, issue number 2 of Justice League. I'm marginally interested in this kind of Justice League story. I enjoyed issue number 1. The threat seems legitimate. Whatever it is, I like the characterization of the characters that are in the they were in that first issue. I like kind of what's going on with Superman, him being kind of the outsider kind of thing. So yeah. So looking forward to reading that. Excited for this book, Kill or Be Killed. This is issue number 1. This is the new thing from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips and Elizabeth Brewster. The last thing they did was the Fade Out. Before that was Fatale. So I pick up anything these guys do. It's always really, really solid stuff. This I'm looking forward to. Not 100% sure on the premise. I'm just going to get these books when they're by these guys regardless. But I know this is for it to be a long ongoing. That Ed Brubaker was kind of missing the long form storytelling and was kind of jealous of like Revival and how long it was going and stuff, and wants to tell something on a longer stretch. So I think that's what this is supposed to be. So that should be good. Looking forward to that. Another thing I'm super looking forward to here is Lady Killer. This is volume 2, issue number 1. So Jolene Jones, kind of became a somewhat household name with the last Lady Killer that came out. And I really enjoyed it, so I figure I'm going to enjoy this also. She has got full writing duties now and art duties. Last one, Jamie Rich helped do some of the plotting and writing along the way. This one's solely her. I think she really did most of the work on the last one too. Jamie was just kind of there to, as a person to bounce stuff off of and whatnot. I think this Michelle Madison is the colorist, I would guess, instead of Allred. Allred did the coloring Laurie Allred did the coloring on the first run, so that might be a little bit different. But definitely looking forward to that wonderful 1950s, female assassin type book. Low, issue number 15. Always love this book. I'm curious to see if we are still underwater or if we're back up on the land now. Yeah, I mean, the Tenichi art is brilliant. As always, really looking forward to reading it. Nightwing issue number 2. I swear we just had Nightwing last week, didn't we? Feels like it. Must have been the Rebirth issue was last week, right? Rebirth issue was last week, and this is number 2. Huh. Sure seems like it was just last week that we talked about this book. Anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, they're kind of going on with the Dick Grayson that I like. So we'll see what happens with this new partner of his that he has. But if Nightwing issue number 2, and we're already going back to Nightwing being beat up on the covers of every cover. So if that's going to become a trend, I'm going to be less excited about this book if somehow that becomes the thing that it always has to be. What is the deal with him getting his ass kicked all the time? Another book I'm super looking forward to, Sheriff of Babylon. I believe this is, issue number 9. This King and Gerard's book has been an amazing, amazing story. Just super excited. It's going to be a gut-wrenching and brilliantly written, I am sure. Paper Girls, issue number 8. Love this cover. Clearly, this character is coming to grips with the fact that she's just found out that early in her future life, she is going to die of leukemia. Really curious to see what the story is going to be. It's been very, very cool. So, a Rebirth book. Suicide Squad Rebirth. So, you're definitely looking forward to checking this out. Written by Williams, Tan on this issue, not Lee. I think Lee's going on the book for the regular run. But I the last little bit of Suicide Squad I've really enjoyed. Curious to see what Williams can do with the squad now. Also, because I've always kind of liked the Suicide Squad as long as it's written well, because it's got cool characters in it, right? So, we'll see. We'll see if those are actually the people that are in the book. Superman issue number 4. Been super excited by this. Been really enjoying it. Is that the Superman costume for Superboy? I guess we'll see. I kind of like the red shoulders. Or is that him just wearing that shirt? I don't know. Anyway, this has been great. It looks like Gleason is doing the art on this one again, so that's extra cool. Not that the art was bad in the last issue. Curious what happens with the whole Eradicator thing, because we ended the last issue with Jonathan basically looking extremely pissed off because the Eradicator had sucked up the Superdog. So, awesome. Issue 9, the penultimate issue. There's no one more issue after this of Tokyo Ghost. Not tons to say about this right at this point, other than I'm looking to see how it all kind of comes to an end. So, curious to see what that kind of setup is. Oh, Trees. Issue number 14. It's been a very long time since the last issue of Trees. These covers are probably like the best covers ever. That is just a kick-ass cover. Very simple. Always really love Trees. I love Jason Howard's artwork in it. Very smart. Very creative. This interesting kind of long story. I have no idea where Trees is going as far as the longevity of it. Because I'm assuming that maybe the sales aren't super great for it. Should be, because it's a smart book with some really, really great looking art in it. Unfollow, issue number 10. By the way, this is a Williams written also. That's who's going to be writing Suicide Squad. So I'm excited about that because Unfollow has been a very cool book. Brilliant covers on these books too. That's not Kelly is doing this one, which is not, because it's Dowling that normally does the art in these. So Kelly is, I think this is Ryan Kelly. Yeah. So this is Ryan Kelly. This is Ryan Kelly doing a fill-in issue, which will be awesome. That means the art is going to be really good. Dowling's art is brilliant, different style, but Kelly clearly is going to be able to tell this story very well. Also, I will continue to say that Ryan Kelly does not get the amount of work that he should get. Colorist is still Winter, who was the colorist before. So it'll have the same color aspects and stuff that it had. But looks Bugwomp. We're hanging with the Russians. They're trying to protect them. It's going to be interesting to see exactly where all it goes. Super excited. Always buy that book. It's a very smart book, very cool book. People should be reading it. Another really fun book I really like, Art Ops. This is issue number 10. It just has some trippy stuff going on. They're trying to save some art in this issue. The League of Neighborhood Dads is trying to take over the art, corrupt it, and basically screw it. And so curious to see what's next with Reggie and his dad, and how that all squares away. What happened to the old Art Ops. So For sure, for sure. And finally, it's Baltimore Empty Graves. This is issue 5 of 5 of this series, and clearly things have gotten dramatically bad. As always, looking forward to what's going to happen. Baltimore, just a really interesting character. The cast that they've kind of formed around him are really interesting too, and I can see a lot of stories being told around those cast of characters. Also, they're an interesting cast, and so it's enjoyable. Even when Baltimore isn't in it, just to see who else is going on and what's there. See how much closer we get to the Red Witch, which will in turn hopefully lead them to the true Red King, and finally ending everything that Baltimore is fighting against, so he can finally rest at peace. Seems that technically he's probably not even alive, but somehow is being driven by the rage and drive to end the Red King. Anyway, good stuff, great stuff. Lots of books to read, and super excited for it. And should be on Comic Roundtable Saturday night to be talking about some books. So check it out there if you like. And what did I miss? 24 books. Clearly I missed something. I had one Marvel book in there. What's going on in Marvel? Some good stuff come out this week in Marvel? Anyway, check you later on.